Young love lingers in Capulet's garden. The son of Montague maketh efforts of obtaining the heart of their mortal enemy, Capulet's daughter. This succeeds, although Juliet is not so convinced that Romeo's love for her is true. Juliet doesn't not feeleth that loving that gent is worth defying that lady's family's feud. The teen lovers' relationship does not succeed, on the contrary, resulting in death.
Beauty, art thee not a fallen angel from the heavens? The eyes are rays of sunlight piercing mine heart, boring a hole where mine love for thee is hath kept. The hole is sealed still while I kiss from the feast. Love looks with the heart, not with the mind, and therefore Cupid is blind, Juliet. Thou hast the keys of mine stolen heart, and these shall pour thy love unto it, unlocking its treasures. O Juliet, I confess mine endless affection for thee, and our names will not separate our souls. If it be true, I shall discard my title as a Montague, and so beseech love for thee invincible. Our inevitable fate is to be beast and unified. Doth thou have similarly bethought of them?
I hearken intently to every word that cometh from thy, from which we speak. What doth thee mean what thee saith? Is thy love so stout for my complexion, or art thee in love for me as myself?
My words possess truth, in which I will present to thee through action, at which the special hour cometh.
Doth not alloweth the hour late, for then I will become a bride to Paris, to which I am arranged.
I will not allow such events to occur, for I have already bestowed my love upon thee at any cost.
Thee must knoweth that my affection for thee is grand, but it does not outweigh the consequences for betraying my father Capulet. Leave the garden of mine father ere the art hath found.
I wish to stay if upon thy presence I could gaze upon thee day and night. I will obey thy request, although count on mine. Returneth Juliet.
That stirred mine emotions. I was once a young lady with a stout mindset, but anon I am longing for romance. Mine affection for Romeo is true, but I must follow for an enemy, with values of a Montague. I doth not know if it be true Romeo's love, or if Romeo co-equal knoweth himself. I had decided to remain loyal to my kin, as I was raised. Unfortunately, this means I must obey my father's desires to arrange my wedding with Paris. Although Paris is a charming sir, his conceited attitude does not appeal to me. I wonder if Romeo will be true to his word and prove his love for mine wedding tomorrow at noon. Until that hour cometh, I doth not behold what lies ahead. What is to becometh of me?
Romeo claims to loveth me. Nevertheless, he is mine family's foe, and I will not disobey.
'Twas doomed for the moment thou met, for he is a Montague.
I will marry Paris, for it will pleaseth my father.
It shall pleaseth thou too, because thou wilt wed a worthy gent.
Nay, for I wish not to marry Paris, because I loveth Romeo, although he hath a name no other than a Montague.
Wilt thou weddeth Paris? Dost thy heart lie with Romeo, a Montague? I will remind thou, thy sworn foe. Thou wilt be happy with Paris.
I knoweth for everyone expects me to be a joyous bride, and wed Paris, but I simply will not forgetteth about Romeo.
Romeo, a Montague, the foe. He dost not love thou. He wishes only to destroyeth the Capulet name.
This may be so, however, he may feel as I, and I wish to get married, which is, wherefore I will not marry with Paris, for it will only upsetteth Romeo.
Nay, Romeo is a Montague, and thy a Capulet. Thy love will end tragically, for thy bloodline is stained. Thou will wed Paris in a few hours' time.
For if I do not, my family will disown me, and I will no longer be a Capulet. Then I may marry Romeo.
Nonsense, nonsense. It will not work.
Nurse, come back, anon. Come back, anon.
Thou wilt not continue to speak it painstakingly, for thou wilt then face the turmoil consequences.
Everyone gathered here today supports the incorporation of two into one by the Holy Church. Any object, speak now.
I shall not marry it, thou, for it wouldst be unjust to Romeo. However, I do not wish harm upon you. Thou may findeth another man.
And that I will do without thou. Poor Juliet, what a waste of a fine gent thou could hast had. Anon, what wilt thou doeth? Thou doeth not knoweth if Romeo wishes to wed thee.
I wouldst have never known if I had been wedded to Paris, and wished to confirm my true feelings and emotions toward Romeo. Nurse, go fetch him.
Nonsense, for thou must face thy consequences of thy actions.
What is to happen if anon? For I am surely disowned.
Juliet, my loveth, I objected to the wedding to confess my loveth for thou, Juliet.
I do if I know that Romeo's heart lies with me and not some other fair being.
Dismiss the county, and we shall marry and live to see the end of our family.
Nay, for I cannot be sure where my heart lies.
Young gentlemen, alloweth us feast on this fine night to celebrate Paris and Juliet's future as husband and wife.
But, sir, wherefore be thy hither then?
Thee shalt understand it soon. Shall we calleth my daughter down to discuss these future plans? Juliet
Oh my, it's Romeo!
and Paris?
What does this mean, Father?
We're here to discuss thy marriage. Now, as thee knoweth, a Capulet is forbidden from having any sort of union with a Montague, and I has made myself aware of the fondness thee feeleth towards Romeo. I understand it that love hath no boundaries in the eyes of a youth, but what thee needeth to understand it is.
I understand very well, Father. What thee must learn and to understand is that my love for Romeo is irrevocable. What was the point of this dinner? Was it to make me feel co-equal more miserable than I already has been? Father, please tell me wherefore thee must be like this.
My darling, thee doth not knoweth what is best for thee, and 'tis not of mine authority that I must dote this to thee, but simply the unspoken law of our land. Try and understand it.
Who art thee to judge what is and what is not best for myself? I am my own being, and therefore shall be allowed to fabricate my own decisions. Parents may be an option, but that gent is not a noble soul. Must we forget what hath been previously spoken? That gent does not need me, for that he can receive any mistress that he pleases. And surely I doth not need him. I will return. He drinks.
Wherefore so low?
'Tis my father. That wretched man does not understand me. That I could never marry Paris, not now nor ever.
Thee know how parents can be.
Fetch me 3 glasses of wine.
Your refreshments.
Within this wall of flesh there is a soul that counts thee its creditor. My love, Juliet, thy generosity and overall kindness is all that a sir needeth in a wife. For this do I ask it thee for a second chance.
Oh, Paris, my glorious fellow. 'Twould be such an honor for any mistress to be able to call herself thy wife. But I must say it that I decline.
What hast thou done? I've only made things worse. How senseless must I have been to hast the wrong sir poisoned. Not only so, but the sir I once true loved. I pray for my sweet Romeo. 'Twas not his time. Ay, but Paris still liveth. I must forsooth can't ever wed with such a thing, especially now, for I've never wanted to marry. It's how marriage seemeth to only cause complete and utter pandemonium. Ah, that's it. I couldn't marry if it be true. I was wife. If it be true, I was wife of a god. I'll do that sentence again.
What?
That's it. I couldn't marry if it be true. I was the wife of God. Through chastity, I do beseech findeth redemption for mine transgression, and not only be suspected of any grievance of the sort. The perfect plan, if it be true, I doth say it, so mind myself. Romeo must misprize me for my unforgivable sin. Such a grudge will haunt me for the rest of my years. All the time, for I must leave at once before he is found.
What bringeth you here, Madam Julia?
With the circumstances that arose, I feeleth that I can no longer love. I have decided that the only way I can heal with my wounds is through devotion to God.
I understand it, child. Come hither. Oh, got it.
But all is well, the deed is done. My parents has not heard the news, nor hath Paris. I am too alone to care of their wishes. Romeo body lay lifeless and hidden away. A poor unfortunate death, a sir with as pure as a heart as his is undeserving. I will pray for my lovely Romeo every day till eternity. And for myself, I will pray for forgiveness. God will give me mercy, if it be true as I doth. Oh, that gentle hearth, mine sorrow-filled Paris. Oh, mine Romeo, mine sweet Romeo, we shall meet again.